29th of April, about 7 p.m., my family members took an envelope, a white color envelope from the post box, and gave it to me. And this is the envelope that I received. This is the envelope that I received. It's addressed to me, my personal name, my full name according to my IC, according to my identity card, my exact address. It has got 5 stamps with the pictures of the Thai king and a stamp mark dated 25th of April 2011 from Swan Plow, and with an email sticker. None of my friends, I checked around, my immediate friends, nobody knows my exact address, though they know where I live. They do not know my exact address, whereas my exact address is here. And then we normally use the word phase 2, whereas in the envelope is stated as fasa 2. To me, this leads me to think that this is the job of the police special branch in collaboration with the UMNO-led Malaysian government, and I will tell you why in a short while. Having received this envelope, I opened it. There was a yellow color foam envelope, foam, so that the CD will not be damaged. So it's basically coated by foam, and in the foam there's another envelope, there's another casing, and this is the CD that I received from from the sender. And the name and address of the sender is not stated. Nowhere in the envelope is the name and address of the sender stated. Unknown sender. And having got this VCD, I watched it. 1st of May, there was a press conference in our office. Some other 9 other people were with me, and we put the video to establish whether it was Anwar Ibrahim, to decide what to do next. And all of us saw the video. We stopped the video at certain places. Anwar's face from the front, from the side, from a few positions. We all saw, and all 10 of us were convinced that it was not Anwar Ibrahim. And then we decided, we spoke about it very briefly, and there was consensus that we should make it public. And thereafter, only thereafter, we sent the press advice to the press, sent out SMSs calling for a press conference yesterday. That was the 2nd of May 2011. And why in particular we wanted to expose this is because we ourselves have been victims of state state abuse of powers. For example, in the year 2004, some 7-8 years ago itself, via post laju envelope with my previous address in Tivoli Villas, to me, I've lodged a police report that the police top brass were responsible for sending me a bullet, a live bullet with a threatening note. I lodged a police report implicating the top police officers. Now it's what, 7-8 years down the line. Zero action had been taken. I handed over the bullet and the envelope to the then Police Royal Commission, headed by the former Chief Justice Tun Zaidin. Nothing happened. Zero action was taken. So I myself have been a victim of state-sponsored conspiracies of this kind. And another reason why we felt that we had to expose it is the UMNO government, just before our detention under the ISA, on the 13th of December 2007, the UMNO-led Malaysian government and the police special branch, they made allegations that we, the Hindraf lawyers, were linked to the terrorist group called the LTT of Sri Lanka, which I believe was to justify our eventual detention under the ISA. Just about 2 weeks before our detention, there was print and electronic media propaganda that we were linked to LTTE, blah blah blah, and then I lodged a police report that this is the work of the UMNO-led government and the police special branch. Zero action was taken. We were, within 2 weeks, we were detained under the ISA for 514 days. During the detention, we filed a civil suit against the government to clear my name, that I've got zero links with the terrorist LTTE or any other terrorist organization. We are lawyers. Our weapon, our M16 is our pen. Okay, and but because of the effect of the print and electronic media, a majority of the Malaysians would have believed that we were linked to the LTTE. So on a similar note, we can see a parallel here, and this is what is happening to Anwar Ibrahim, in the sense that the government is using the print and electronic media to create somebody who looks like Anwar Ibrahim, or mirip, in Malay they say mirip Anwar Ibrahim, and to make it out to be, pass it off to be Anwar Ibrahim, to politically assassinate Anwar Ibrahim. To me, to me this is gutter politics at the lowest level. The whole VCD was designed to make people believe that it's Anwar Ibrahim, though we were convinced it was otherwise. I think all and sundry in Malaysia, people generally know, reading our website www.humanrightspartymalaysia.com, people generally know that we have been critical of Anwar Ibrahim. We have been critical of past DAP in Keadilan, as much as we have been critical of the UMNO-led government implementation of racist policies targeted against Indians. What I believe is the sender may have thought that we may use this as we may use this against Anwar Ibrahim. We may want to have a go at Anwar Ibrahim. So that is why I feel the sender sent it to us. But for me, I believe in justice, in fairness. We have been victimized ourselves with the LTT allegation in particular. So that is why I did not bite their bait. I wanted to stand by justice, by the truth, by what is fair. I think Anwar Ibrahim has been unfairly persecuted to this level, and I've been a political watcher for some 35 years. I've never seen this level of gutter politics in any other part of the world. Of course, there may have been a couple of assassinations and so forth, and this level of abuse of police powers and the government powers is also undemocratic. And this escalating attack on Anwar Ibrahim is to kill Anwar off politically, because Anwar Ibrahim is the rallying point for the opposition against the 54-year-old rule by the Barisan National Government. And we feel that if this goes on unabated, it will eventually lead to a breakdown of law and order. And if need be, if there is a need, we can ask or we can persuade the United Nations Human Rights Council to independently investigate this VCD, because we have got no police we got no confidence in the police investigating this VCD case. The judiciary, as I said earlier, the LTTE charge, we filed a civil suit in the High Court. The High Court, without even the defense, they threw out the civil suit. We appealed to the Court of Appeal. Last month, the Court of Appeal added insult in what do you call that? They dismissed our civil suit, and to add insult to injury, there was 20,000 cost that I had to pay the government of Malaysia. So in short, I'm not going to hand over this CD. I'm not going to hand it over to the police, because it will be tantamount to the police investigating their own crime. So what I am going to do with this CD is, I am going to send this to the Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak's office in Putrajaya, with the message that the government of Malaysia has to stop this level of gutter politics, and for an apology that for an apology, linking us or alleging that we were linked to the LTTE terrorists of Sri Lanka. I do not know, because I can't send it to the police. They are now going to investigate their own crime. The courts are not going to take action. The Attorney General is not going to prosecute the real culprits. The civil service, the chemistry department will be on the side of the government. DNA, whatever, they're going to be on the side of the government. They're all controlled by the government. In the circumstances, I'm sending it to the CD back to the top political level. That is the Prime Minister of Malaysia, who basically steers policy making and decision making in Malaysia with the message to stop gutter politics. So that's the message we want to send to the top policy maker and decision maker in the country. See, as lawyers, we are trained to think along logical lines. See, I'm a lawyer of 20 years standing. You just see the envelope. How did pornographic CD get past the Malaysian postal authorities? How did it get past? If this gets past the postal authorities, it would mean that pornography can be bought and sold over the post. Anybody easily accessible. It would mean that. Okay, number one. Number two, my exact name, my full name as per my identity card, only the authorities will have it. A member of the public, the chances are he may not have. And then my exact address, okay, is here. Even I've checked with all my friends, none of my friends know my exact address. The exact address is here to the dot. And then the use of the word fasa dua. We will normally use, even in my correspondence, if need be, I will use the word phase 2. Here is fasa dua. So I believe that this is the job of the Malaysian Special Branch, and then the name of the sender is not there. And if you see a similar fact evidence, if you see this note here, which was sent to me in 2004, it was never handwritten. Okay, this note to me in 2004 on this post laju with the bullet here, post laju with the bullet, is typewritten. Even on the post laju envelope, it was typewritten, never handwritten. So similarly here, and the words, threatening words, were cut out from the newspapers. And similarly here, it was not handwritten, it was typewritten. Similar fact evidence. So I made the allegation 7-8 years ago. It was a police special branch and the UMNO government. Now 7-8 years down the line, I am making the same allegation. I think that really depends on the political masters, the direction of the UMNO political masters. The police know that I'm not going to cooperate with them. But as I said, I'm not going to give. How can I tell the thief to investigate their crime? Cannot. So the police know my stand in many other issues. They know I'm going to stick to the truth. They cannot turn me over. They cannot buy me over. But if they come, so be it. But I've been prepared. I've been prepared that they may come and want to take a statement from me, want to harass me, and I will know if the police are coming for me. When you read Utusan, you will know whether the police are going to come for you, because Utusan will carry news to build up public sentiments against me. Police must go for me, whatever. So generally, from previous experience, we know. You read Utusan, you know whether the police are going to nab you or not. Well, I read in the media that the MP for Kapar also received a similar VCD, but I do not know of anybody else who actually received it. No, the answer is no. See, I had that option to keep quiet. I did consider that, but I did also consider the justice, how we ourselves were victimized, like Anwar Ibrahim, how we were victimized with the LTT allegation. And I do not agree with gutter politics and abuse of government and police powers in victimizing somebody like Anwar Ibrahim. It's so clear, to me it's very clear. I may not agree with on many issues. I've never agreed with Anwar Ibrahim, on especially issues concerning the Indian poor. I've never agreed with Anwar Ibrahim, PKR, DAP or PAS. And we will continue where there is, where they have lacked, Anwar Ibrahim has lacked in his role as the opposition leader. PKR ruling Selangor, We will continue with our criticisms where the Indian poor problems are not addressed, are sidelined. But on this issue, this is an issue of principle. A man is being victimized because he is the rallying point for the opposition to eventually take over ruling this country. So they are targeting one man with the view to politically assassinate him or politically kill him off. No, we viewed it in our capacity as, I viewed it and I was convinced it was not Anwar Ibrahim, and I wanted second opinion from our inner circle. So we viewed it with the view to establish, to get second opinion, to establish if it was Anwar Ibrahim or otherwise. I could be wrong. My judgment could be wrong. So I got the opinion of 9 other people, and they all said, and we stopped at certain places. We did not watch pornography. We were there to establish whether it was Anwar Ibrahim or not, and then we had to make a decision whether we have to make this public or otherwise, or keep quiet. To me, with this VCD, I think we should go on democracy, and the political process in Malaysia should go according to real principles of democracy. And for me, I detest gutter politics of this nature. This VCD, we spoke for the Indian poor. We ourselves were victimized by being labeled terrorists, using the UMNO print and the powerful UMNO print and electronic media. All this has to stop.